Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Da, 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 da. Here we go. Okay. Hello. Today is January 8th. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. I'm never positive. Every time I go live, I'm like, is it Thursday? I don't know. Uh, today is January 8th. Here we go. All right. So there we go. We have everything up over here. We have everything up over here. So we are ready. I do not have a plan for today because sorry, that was my phone. I just didn't get it done this morning like I thought I would. I thought I had a lot more time than I did, but traffic was a little crazy. So I got home a little bit later than I'd like. And yeah. So if you're new here, hello, welcome. Today is Trendy Thursday. This is when I show people how to create things that I find in trends on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I'll show you that in just a second to show you how to find that trend. Actually, I'm looking at TPT. I just brought it up right before. They have a new banner, so that's exciting. Maybe we can find something there. But my whole framework and what I teach you guys is what I call the fast loop method. So basically, we find a keyword, we assemble with templates. The sun comes out as soon as I go live. Isn't that lovely? Uh, so we find keywords, we assemble with templates, we sell or list them, and then we turn the loop and do it again, right? So we don't guess what is trending. We don't just hope that we're going to make money. We don't just make guesses, you know? So basically, we go look and we make a short list and then we decide and choose. We find a template, we open it, we add our own stuff to it, and then we sell it and package it up and list it. And then we do that all again. And that is my loop method to get you guys started. I know it's really hard when you're first starting TPT to decide what to sell. That's why I have this loop method, and I call it the fast loop method, not only because I use those letters, but because I find that going quickly when you're making things stops you from overthinking and second guessing yourself and deciding not to make whatever you're going to make because you're overthinking it. So that is my method. That is what I show people. If you're interested in learning more, if you're interested in getting all of the templates that I've ever created on Trendy Thursday, you can join my membership. It's Beth Ann Averill. It's my name right here, .com/membership. And I believe it's the lowest it's been in a really long time. I have it at 14, I think, right now per month. So it's a really good, easy way to get started in this new year and make a whole bunch of money on your TPT store. If you are thinking, I want to start a TPT store this year, you're in the right place. We'll get you started. We'll get there. Let's head over to Teachers Pay Teachers and find some keywords, okay? And I wanted to show you, actually, hold on, let's go over here. Boop. So right now, if you go to Teachers Pay Teachers and you're logged in, they have these winter activities right here. Chilly with weather ideas to keep engagement high. And this image is a really silly looking image. I'm not, that's silly. It's just a silly one. All right, so if you press on that, it takes you just to winter resources. What it looks like, they just did the filter. They didn't do a search, which is interesting. So they did seasonal winter. Usually what they'll do is they'll put a search in and then they'll take you to those search results. So this time they're just doing tags. So you're seeing things that are tagged as a seasonal winter theme. So some of the things up here, I like to make it so I can see more things. You'll see reading comprehension. That's almost always, it used to always be in the search. Now digital resources is usually there. It's usually the first one, but right now it's kind of like a holiday. People are searching for New Year's right now because today's January 8th. So That's what people are searching for right now. And also, we might not be seeing a lot of people searching for things right now on TPT just because they're getting back in and like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the process. I'm not a frequent buyer except for Clip Art, so I don't know when the normal uh coming back into. I know that people are searching for like back to school after winter break things. But anyway, so winter activities, winter resources, sorry. They have like readings and crafts. They have this thing is literally always on every search I've ever seen in my life. This Pinky Cat Studio, she's on everything. With she just changes out the cover. But anyway, Build a Snow Globe is here. Little Learners Science is on here. There's some literacy centers. This is something that I made last year for you guys, I believe. Um, Build a Gingerbread House. That would be a fun one. These are cute. Kindergarten Math and Literacy. And Melted Snowman. This cute. So I'm seeing things that the algorithm thinks that I want to see because of what I look at. So yours might be a little bit different. But this can give you an idea of what you can search for and what you can create. Now, you're not going to take any of these ideas. This is just my first step whenever I'm like looking for things to make that day is I look at whatever TPT puts on this banner right here and I'm like, okay, winter resources is a good idea. The next step that I'm always looking at is the search bar right here. So you click on here and it'll show you what people are searching for right now. So today, again, is January 8th. So for the last week, people have been looking for New Year's activities, and there's a lot of New Year activities being sold and created right now because it's the first week of school back. My kids went back on Monday. Some people went back on Wednesday. So this will be their second day of school. If you have activities for New Year's and you haven't put them up yet, I recommend doing so today if you can. That's something I might do too, is I might we might do like a New Year bingo or something. Let's see. So this is what people are searching for right now. So they're looking for New Year's, New Year activity, New Year, winter, and January. So I always like to look at like what I want to create today. And I always like creating bingo. So maybe that, or maybe Write the Room. That's another one I like. Write the Room, New Year. Yeah, New Year's Write the Room. That would be fun because we have clip art. Don't tell anybody that you're going to see this, okay? Shh. We're eight minutes in. I don't think my husband will see it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. New Year. I have this clip art that is New Year's. So maybe we could do something like this. I don't think I downloaded it yet. So let's just download it really quick. And then we have the Lunar New Year. I love that one too. So if we go back to, I was just looking at here. So Write the Room. So right now it's winter, kindergarten, and January. I feel like a January Write the Room would be, you could do a few different ones. I feel like that would be a bundle. Like if you did January, you could do like one that's like a monthly thing where you just do all like different like just winter things, I guess. Or you could do like a bundle and have all the different like have like a Martin Luther King one, have like a winter one and like an icicles or something or igloo or something one, and then have like snowmen. Maybe that would be fun, like parts of a snowman. That would be fun. You can also have like, we've done it before where we had like penguins and they had like these big bellies and then you put they were like the little cube things, the counting cubes in them. So you had like a little 10 counting cube. I don't know if that's not the word. That doesn't seem like the word. But you can do something like that. And so each of the penguins had like a different number represented on them. You could do something like that for winter. I like doing bundles. So whenever you're wanting to create something like this, I like to think about this is a little more advanced. So this is your first time. We're just gonna make it and it's okay. But try to think about where this would be in a bundle. Like, what else could you put this in? Put with this. So even if you create things in couples and then just bundle those couples, like that's still adding to the cart. Like if they add that to their cart, it's going to be more expensive. It's going to be higher for your bottom line than it would if it was just a $3 product. Like if it was a $5 product instead of $3. Like that's what you want to do. You want to increase the cart value um, and give multiple options so that they could buy. If they just want one today, they can buy this one. If they want more, then they can buy the January bundle, for example. And if they want like a whole year, you can give them that too. And that would be another price point. So give them lots of options and who knows, maybe someone might have purchased like a single one, but then they saw, oh, it's in a bundle. And then you get like the whole season instead of like just today. And then there's so many to choose from. So then they buy multiple instead of just the one, or they buy like a bigger bundle than just the one. So then you make more money. So I always encourage people to bundle whenever possible. But if you are first starting, start with one. That is fine. Okay. So let's get started. I think I'm going to do a write the room. I was thinking about doing bingo, but I really like write the room. Where are my stinking? If I lose my post-it notes, I go a little crazy. I'm sorry. So let's do write the room. And then let's find out a little something about the sun. Okay, so we could do winter, we could do January, we could do template. What did I just downloaded clip art, right? So what was that? Oh, we could do New Year. New Year, right? Yeah, let's do that. New Year. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna click on it because I don't want to have that. I don't want to like have this idea without like looking at. I don't want to look at something and get a different idea than what I wanted to originally do. You know. Okay. So I don't like this picture. It upsets me. Okay, let's. What was that? Oh, okay, thank you. We'll change it to this one. That's more fun. Oh, okay. So let's head on over to our templates. Oh, you know what's exciting is I get to go to templates and I get to make a new folder, 2026. And then I get to take all of 2025 and put it back here in the membership. Okay. All right. So let's think. I'm pretty sure we have a write the room in here. So let's look. Write the room. We do. We have multiple. So which one is most recent? Oh, that is a PDF, it looks like. Let me view my list. Okay, so let's do this one. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so here's our template. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to close it. Actually, I'm going to close all of my PowerPoints. Hold on, because they get all sassy if I... There we go. Okay. And then let's open up PowerPoint again. So this is what I do. I open up the template to look at it and make sure I have the right one. So we did that. And then we go back to PowerPoint and we right click and we open a copy. And then you have your template. So this is the template that's inside the membership right now. I'm going to show you how to make this as well, in addition to using this one. So this is just the first page. I will actually just get rid of this because it's not the one I use now. But what I always do with these is I reuse the template. I go here to new slide. Sorry, there's a little drop down. and then I go to reuse slides. Oopsies, I closed it. And I grab my templates that I have for other things. And then I grab my terms of use is always a good one. And then this more resources. I always add those two in the front. If you don't have those yet, go to bethanaverill.com/next, and that's a freebie. Let me show you right there. That is a freebie that gives you all of those. Let me bethanaverill.com/next. It's freebie, and everybody loves freebies, right? So what this does is it shows you how to optimize your products. So it's just a form you fill out, and then you'll get you'll get my shop image free. You'll get pages for you to use, like your terms of use and everything, for free, and shop images, preview, and pages for your products, because I want you to be able to start like right now. Okay. So there we go. And I'm going to hide that now so that I can get back to work. Okay. So we have that. And then this first page, let me show you how I did this. I'm just going to create a new slide. Oh, and if you are new here and you don't use PowerPoint to create products, I highly encourage you to try it before you judge it, because although it is a, tool from the 1900s, it's still a really great and powerful tool that I use to create my printables in, and I think you can too, and I think you would like it if you tried it. But if you are one of those Canva people, we also have Canva templates inside the membership, and all of this stuff you can do in Canva. Like, it's totally fine. So first things first, you would want to change the size of your product to 8.5 by 11. So to do that on PowerPoint, let me show you. Sorry, whenever I see someone outside of my peripherals, it like throws me off. So go over here to design. Sorry, it's been a while. And then go to slide size, custom slide size, and then you can change it all right here. Okay. And that I do 8.5 by 11 because that's, a normal piece of paper. Another thing I do is over here on the wings, I call it the like beige. Bray. What would you call it? I don't know. But anyway, if you right click over here, you can get grids and guides. These are grids, and then the ones that go off the page are guidelines. So what I did for these guidelines is I put one in the middle on 0. Oh, this is also a ruler right here. I put one on 0, and then I put one on 0. And then for this one, I put one at 2 inches so that it's in the middle of this. And then I can easily add clip art and center it onto this middle line right here. That's just my preference when I'm making Write the Rooms. You can do whatever you would like. Okay, so here's how I do it. You can live your life and do what you want, but this is my show. I'm doing what I want, All right, so first things first, I'll go over here to insert, and then I will do a table, and I do a 2 by 2 table right here. I will make it the size of my page. And then I change everything right here on the table design right here. So the pen color is white, or pen color is black. And then I go from here to like 1 point up to 3. And then what you could do is you could like click everything and make it black, which that sounds terrible, doesn't it? I wouldn't do that. Instead, you can just grab the whole thing and go to borders right here. And there's a little down caret. You just go to all borders, and it makes all of the borders black because that's what our pen color is. If we change this to like an orange, then it would change them to that. And then if you press it again, it would take them off. That is just a fun thing that PowerPoint does. And then the shading, we would change that to white. And then So we have this, which is the whole page. You're not going to use the whole page though. So I'm going to hold Control, which is going to make it so that when you make it smaller, it stays in the same, like it radiates. Like if I don't do that, it goes like this. So you're just making it smaller, and it holds, like the center is here that it changes from. Whereas if you use the Control, the center is in the middle right here. So it radiates out. So there's that. And then I also hold the Shift key. The Shift key, oh, let me grab the whole thing first. The Shift key makes it so that it keeps its size. Like it's orientation. No. What is the word? Dimensions. Like it's still, it maintains its direction, I guess. It's dimension. So like it's the same size as this, but smaller. That's, I don't know how to describe that with words. I'm sorry. It's been a crazy day. I don't know how to, like, it's the same dimensions. It's the same ratio. It's the same ratio. So it's not like you're not elongating it or changing the whatever. You're not changing anything. So I always hit Control and I hit Shift. I hold them while I'm resizing so that it maintains and it looks nice. Okay. Next thing I do for this is, let me think with my brain for a second. Hold on. I believe the next thing I do is I do the numbers. So I'll do like 1 dot tab, 2 dot tab, 3 dot tab, 4 dot no tab. Okay, so now as you can see, it doesn't show the top two. That's because it always makes them white. You see, there they are. So I highlight the whole thing and I change the text right here to black. And then I bold it and unbold it. And then I change my font to something that I like. So one that I really like is Century Gothic. And then we just make it bigger so that people can see it. Okay, so there you go. We have that. And then I add a text box at the bottom right here. I'm just going to add some letters. And then I center and I keep that Century Gothic and I make it a little bit bigger so that they can see it. And then I hit Control V to duplicate and I take this and I put it in the next one. So what I like to do with my text boxes is I like to, oopsies. I like to make sure that they go all the way to the edge so that they are like completely centered, you know? And then we'll go to arrange. I grabbed two and we're going to align them to the top. And then I'm going to duplicate and put them here. So that like they're about the same. It's okay if they're not perfect. Like you're human. It's okay. I see that this is a little off and you can kind of see. There we go. Okay. Oof, these are a little low. Hold on. I say it's okay, but really it's not okay. Okay, so that looks a lot better. About the same. Okay. Let me grab a little bit of water. Okay, so now what we'll do with this is I'm going to grab my clip art. Hold on. Let me open it up. Open. Extract. Sorry. My brain is not doing it today. All right, let's see. So we have toppers, which we can use. You can use toppers. That's fine if you want. I will not be doing that. All right, so I'll be using these. So you could do balloons if you wanted. I don't know which one I'm going to do because I did not plan this ahead of time. Usually I plan out like every single piece that I'm adding onto here. So let's, this is really cute clip art, but I'm not sure that I can use it all. I might be able to use like 8, maybe. Maybe. Let's see. All right. So I'll make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so we can do like do this guy and we can oh, there we go. And then we'll hit control and shift and make it smaller and put it right here. And we'll say midnight. I want these to be bigger. I've decided. Oops. Oop. So we'll come here and we'll do that. And then maybe we'll do confetti. I don't know what I'm doing here, friends. I had this really grand idea of doing I'll write the room for New Year's, and I'm not sure that it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Okay, confetti. Another thing that you can do, which I highly recommend in this instance, because we don't really know, I don't, so you can do like, you can have like a disco ball, right? And then you can just add, that's fun. You could put a disco ball and then you can just add some like clip art. Hold on, let me find a alphabet. Where I know that I had. There we go. Beth wants to make an alphabet thing really big. So like we could do like an alligator, for example, or something like that. So what we can do is we can add something here. I hope this is coming off the way that I want it to. So then they would have to say like what letter it begins with, for example, or if you wanted to do math, we have something for that too. Hold on. I don't know where I put it. My life is so funny today. Okay, so if you have, where's my math stuff? It's embarrassing. Okay. Subject base 10. There we go. Okay, so if you if you add like some, you could add some blocks to it. Right there. And then I would, if you're going to do blocks like this, what you should do is have them over here on the side so that you can just like duplicate and not have to drag and drop every time you want to do it. So you can have like, I would pick a different clip art or I would put a shape behind this if you're going to do this one because it blends really well. You can insert, sorry, just come here and grab like a circle. Nope, just grab, nope, just the one. Make this a little bit bigger and then maybe a little bit smaller. Oh, not like that. Oh, there we go. And oh, we can make sure that it's good. Shape fill is white. Shape outline, I like to do black. And then the weight is 3. And then you can just right click this and set as default shape. So every time you make a shape now, it'll be that black and white like that instead of having to redo it every time. So we can do this. Oh man, I think I'm getting sick. Oh man. So we have that, and then we can grab these guys and arrange, bring to front. And then you got your little dudes, right? So you can do something like that if you wanted, or like you could make this a little more transparent. You can right click and format shape, go over here to fill, and then just make the transparency down a little bit so that they could still see it, but it's not like, I don't know. I don't think I'd do that. But anyway, so those are ideas for you to do this. It's up to you though. It's whatever you would like to do because this is your product. Okay. And then we could do like a Happy New Year, little dude. Oopsies. And if you do that, then like you just bring it up like that. And then maybe disco ball, for example. So something like that. So what I like to do when I make these is I will take, oh, well, we'll get there. We're going to just pretend that we're doing 4, which we're not. That would be ridiculous. You should definitely do more than 4. I like to do 12 of these like sheets or these like task cards. So you can do, there's 4 on this page, and then you'll do another page to make 8, and then one more page to do 12. I like to have 12. I just feel like that's a really good number. You can do whatever you like though. I've done 8, I've done 10, but it's just 12 is just, it's a nice, good, easy number for me to do. So we're just going to pretend that we're only doing 4 though for this, to show you the whole experience. So what I do when I do this is I right click, I duplicate, and then I delete the words, and then I right click and duplicate this original one again, and I change this this picture. I right click and I change picture, and I will go, a cool trick if you're on a PC is you can grab the URL thing right here and copy it, and then you can come over here and paste it right here so that you can just see what you just had open. And then I come over here and I go to medium icon so I can see what I'm doing. And then so we have the midnight, which was this first one, and then we just do black and white. So I like to make them all black and white. That's me. Confetti, black and white. Okay, and then the disco ball kind of already is black and white, but we can also change that one. Disco ball, black and white, and then Happy New Year. So we do this. Happy New Year sign, black and white. Okay. So we do that. So duplicate, and then we take away the words again. So this gives them a few different options. So they'll have, if you don't look at any of this down here yet, we're just doing this right here. And we can even delete these for now. So what we have is, oh, there we go, is the full color with the words, full color without the words. So they would have to write their own words. And then we have black and white with and without words. And so after that, so we have that. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to delete this. And then what we'll do is we will make this page now. So to do that, you're going to right click and do a new slide. Now remember, we're going to pretend that this has 12 task cards. Start there. Okay, so we're going to go to insert table and we're going to do 2 by 6, and then we're going to add to it. So hold on. I like to make it, well, actually, I don't like to make the whole page, but that's fine. I'll do tab to make 7, 8. Wait, no. We do want 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do want 6. We do want 6. It's my first time with math. So 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, so we're going to go over here and we're going to fix those borders again and the shading. We want to do 12. Oh, Beth, you're so funny. Okay. All right. So this is what we have. We have 2 by 6. So we'll be able to do all of the imaginary pages that we have. So first we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tab, 7, 8, oopsies, I forgot the dot, 9, 10, 11, 12. And as you might remember, the first one is always like it's white and bolded. So we fix that bolding. And then what I do is I just make the text a little bit bigger so people can see it. All right. And then what I like to do is add a little text box here that says name equals, and then I'll add a little thing here. So we do that and then duplicate that. And then your words are going to be like directions. Find the card that matches each number. Write the name of the object in each box, or something like that. This is your product. Do what you want. So I would do that, and then we're just going to grab this whole thing and bring it up a little bit, and then we're going to bring this down a little bit. I like to bold the word directions. It's up to you. Another thing you can do here is you can add like clip art here to make it look cute. Cute. Let's like you could add like a thing here. So you're like, give me here. And then just make this smaller. And this here. For example, if you wanted to, or something, you could do something. It's up to you. Like, you're in charge here. It's your product. You do what you want. So I like to add a little text box or a line here. Shape outline is always black. And then I like to do the weight of usually 2. It's good. Actually, that's a little thick. I don't like that. We'll do 1. And then we'll just make it longer. Here we go. There you go. Something like this. All right. So then what I like to do is I like to duplicate this, and then we'll just take all the words off. Press backspace. And then what you can do, we're pretending, remember that we have all the things. So what I like to do is I add a black and white version of each picture to the thing. So they have to write this. You put the picture there so they know what they're writing, right? So you could do something like that. It's an idea. So we'll do that for the whole thing. And then another thing I like to do is I like to duplicate this, and then I like to make lines for them to write. So I just grab some lines. I like to, okay, so I have my guidelines, my grids right here. So I just make sure that this is on one of the grids. We'll change the shape outline. That's fine. Change it to black. So we'll have this one, and then we'll duplicate. It's Control D, and then we make it to the next line, and then we duplicate this and put it to the next line. Make this one over here to format shape, and the line should be dashed. Middle one. I don't like that dash though. Okay, and then we'll grab all 3. We will group them. And I like to change the solid line to be a little bit thicker. It's like 2 is good. And then once we have this, this is our line. So we can make it fit wherever we need to, and we can, like now that it's all grouped together, we can do anything with this. So I grab it and put it like here and make it like the whole thing with a little room on the bottom so that they can do like J's and P's and Q's, and you can add that there. Duplicate. Oops. And then we just put it on all of these. We will align to the top, and then I'll just duplicate it down. Duplicate. Okay. So when you duplicate things, sometimes they get a little weird because you had one that was in a wrong spot. So I try to put it where I like it on the first one and on the last one. And then everything else, you just grab all of them and arrange and align, and then you just distribute vertically right here. And then you'll arrange, align, and I like to align the center. And then sometimes I'll fix it from there. Sometimes it needs to go a little bit over because, see, it looks great with the 2, but then with the 12, it was a little too far over. And there you go. So that's how you fix that. If you want to do it again, go over here, align. Let's align to the center and then align, distribute vertically. So the main thing is the first and the last are where you want them to be. Everything else can be literally anywhere. It doesn't matter. Okay. I think I'm getting sick. Good morning. Working on your TPT too. Yay. Okay. So that's exciting. I love just like working on things that I know are going to do well. So like something like New Year's, even though today is like the 8th, right? Today is a day that is after the holiday, right? So like your Christmas products from December, even if you put up one today, that is still going to pay your future self because everything on Teachers Pay Teachers is a cycle. Everything in preschool, everything in school in general is a cycle. All of these things happen every year. New Year's happens every year. So when you make a product today, it can help you this year, but it can also help you next year and every year after this. So I always say that the work that you put in today pays you tomorrow. So I love to see that you're working on TPT today. I love to see that you're doing it. I hope that it helps you make a bajillion dollars, and I'm really proud of you. Congratulations. Good work. All right. So let's keep going. So that is what I do with these is I do the lines. I would just grab them all the lines. There we go. And then copy. And you can do the same thing with this one. So let's pretend that we did all the pictures for the whole thing and then just paste. And there you go. You have lines for here. You can make them smaller. So when we pasted it in, you can like grab the side and make it smaller if it fits. And then you have room for the pictures and room for the lines. The last thing I always add is a key so that they know what the answer is, because sometimes you see, especially like when you go on like Facebook groups for teachers, you'll see people will be like, what is this clip art supposed to be? And to prevent that from happening, you can add a key so that the teacher always knows the correct answer. And I recommend you do this anytime that there is any answer at all. So if it's something that requires zero, I don't know, zero answers, then it's fine to leave it out. But even if you feel like this is so easy, every teacher would know it, just do it so that they don't have to know it, right? You want to make these products so easy that it requires nothing from teachers. Like you want to give them such an easy button that they're like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing ever. I didn't even have to think about this. I just gave this to my class and it was perfect. Like that's what you want. So I always add a key and then I always add a lined paper. So the same thing, we could just take this, like one of these and just copy it. Right click, new slide. And we'll just paste it down here on the bottom. You can change it to the blues and the reds if you want. That's up to you. I give it a little space right here. Okay. And then we go to arrange, align, and then I align it to the right. And then we'll just grab it and pull it over. There you go. And then you can make another box up here and just take it to the top of that. I like to make it the same length as that. And there you go. There's your lined paper. I would add like something for them to write, like a sentence starter. So you can be like, uh, I celebrated the new year by, and you can put it on the bottom right here. Oops. And then hit and then they will write underneath, and then they'll draw a picture if they want. That's up to you. I think I'm getting sick. I think this is the end for me, friends. I'll miss you. Hmm. Serves me right. I went to the doctor the other day. Go to the doctor. All those germs. Probably going to get a flu or something. There's probably a flu going around exclusively where I live. Okay, so that is what I would do for this. Again, this template is going to be inside the membership for you, so you'll be able to have your own 12. Write the room. It's actually already in the membership right now, but I will add this new one for you as well to get you started, or I will add it to the new one. Whew, goodness, words are fun for me today. So that is what I have for you. So what we did was we found the keyword, which was write the room new year, write the room. We used the template and we added all of our stuff. And from here, we will flatten this, which I use Flatpak to do that. I can show you another time how to do it on Canva. Then we're going to list it using the templates from the bethannaveril.com/next to easily create those shop images and previews. And then from there, we'll just do it again for the next product. Okay. So go out there, make your fun New Year's products, and I hope you make a bajillion dollars. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.